Hello everyone, this is your host TrevCL, and welcome to another Pokemon Challenge video. Today, join me in this first edition of a new style video, in which I try to beat Pokemon Emerald with only a single Mantine. The idea of the 7-minute solo series is to break down some of these solo runs into quick, digestible chunks, aka in around 7 minutes or less. This also allows me to get out some of these videos that have been clogging up space on my computer while taking less time to script, edit, and upload. Let's move on to the Pokemon itself, Mantine. Mantine was first introduced in Gen 2 as the special counterpart to Skarmory, having the higher base 80 special attack stat and the godly base 140 special defense stat. Being the same type as Pokemon like Gyarados and Pelipper, Mantine only has two weaknesses, a ×2-1 to Rock and a fatal ×4-1 to Electric. With both of these types being gyms, it'll be interesting to see how this holds back Mantine. Mantine has the usual coverage of your basic water type, increasingly strong water moves as you get further in the game, and then Ice Beam once you pick up Surf after beating Norman. Earthquake could potentially see some use against mons like Wallace's Tentacruel, but the fact is that base 40 attack is nothing to write home about. With all that information out of the way, let's go over the rules. Rolling with the usual 3, I will only be using Mantine in battle except for the forced double battles like Tate and Liza. I will not be allowed to use items from the bag during battle, and no hacks, cheats, or glitches. Time to start the run. After about 5 resets, I get this really amazing modest water absorb Mantine. With the ability to easily EV train special attacks towards the early part of the mid game, I know my water attacks will be doing some serious damage. It takes quite a few tackles to take down my rival, demonstrating just how bad my attack is, but I do get the first try victory without any grinding. Despite having the offensive type advantage over Roxanne, the combination of having a pitifully weak water move and Bubble, and being weak to her rock type attacks mean that I don't feel quite ready to take her on yet. So I did my first bit of grinding in the run, getting to a point where I'll level up after taking down both of her Geodudes. Mantine now learns the much improved 65 base power Bubble Beam, and using both it and Bubble, I can dodge the Oran Berry proc and take out her Nose Pass with little effort. While Mantine's low attack and lack of flying stab means that I cannot straight up sweep Brawly with 3 straight moves, I can abuse the flying type defensively by taking very little from his fighting stab. None of that mattered, however, as Brawly never got an attack off. Bulk up from Machop, Light Screen and a Focus Punch from the Meditite, and Makuhita hit itself in confusion thanks to my Supersonic. 2 gym battles, 2 damageless victories. Not having Flying Stab does make the infamous Rival 2 fight just a bit harder, as my most damaging move to hit her Grovyle is Bubble Beam, but Mantine's bulk is just too much for her to overcome. Where Mantine's immense special bulk is not enough to save it is against Watson, the electric type gym leader. Mantine is able to take 1 Shockwave, even 2 in some instances. However, Bubble Beam just can't do enough damage fast enough to avoid going down to Manectric Shockwave. I can overcome this with some leveling up, EV training and special attack, and a Cherry Berry. At level 33, I now 2-hit KO the Manectric with Bubble Beam, and even the dreaded Magneton is no match and goes down in 1 hit. I don't think anybody would be super surprised by this. Maxie went down in 3 successive Bubble Beams, while Flannery went down with 4 straight. That's right, even her very annoying Torkoal stood no chance. What did stand a chance, however, was Norman's Slacking. After dealing with his first 3 Pokemon with little to no issue, Slacking is able to survive with a sliver of health, which allows it to cause me only the second reset of the run so far. On the second attempt, I get much more favorable rolls, meaning I now take down the Slacking in only 3 Bubble Beams instead of 4. This win over Norman gives me 2 of the most important moves for the rest of this run, Surf and Ice Beam. Speaking of Ice Beam, let's wreck Winona with it. The one mon who's able to stop me in my tracks for a little bit is her Pelipper, due to the combination of Supersonic and Protect. But it can only hold me off for so long, and her following Skarmory and Altaria are OHKO'd by Surf and Ice Beam respectively. I whoop up on Maxie once more, his team again going down in a mere 3 hits. I was prepared for Crobat's trolling ability, Mantine holding the Person Berry to dodge the confusion. Tate and Liza are normally brick walls in these Emerald solo runs, but Mantine's high Spadef and Stab on Surf helps it run train on their team. Surf takes down Claydol in 2 hits while leaving Xatu in Heal Rage. Unfortunately, Xatu was able to set up a sunny day to nerf my Surfs before going down. Even with the drop in power, I keep chipping away at both Lunatone and Solrock. Mantine drops into yellow after being hit by Lunatone's +2 Psychic, but in the meantime finishes off Solrock after the sunlight vanishes. With Surf once again reaching its true power, I can easily wash away Lunatone even through +3 Spadef. The team leader battles were incredibly easy, so let's skip to Juan. The trolly nature of his Kingdra, having moves like Rest and Double Team, causes me a few resets. I eventually get a run where I break through both Paralysis and Evasion, and the additional hit from Confusion means Ice Beam ends up as a 2-hit KO. Time to quickly summarize the Elite Four leading up to Wallace. Sydney's battle can be summed up in one word: bloodbath. Only Absol and Crawdaunt could live a single hit, with everyone else going down to either Surf or Ice Beam. Phoebe is usually the queen of hacking the opponent, but Mantine shows it's the king. 2 key Ice Beam freezes leads to Mantine having plenty of health to finish off all of her other Pokemon without a problem. Glacia was always going to be a bit of a stall fest, as Mantine really has no options for her outside of Toxic. However, I have Rest, which allows me to heal up to full, and in combination with my base 140 Spadef and Water Absorb, this allows Mantine to eat up hits for a long time. Last up is Drake, the Dragon Master, who's also the master of getting swept by strong special attackers with Ice Beam. I've cleared out the Elite Four in record time, now let's find out if Mantine can finish it off. The short answer is no, it cannot. While Mantine easily deals with Wallace's special attackers, Mons like Gyarados and Whiscash deal way too much damage with Hyper Beam. Even using the rest of my rare candies matters not, with level 65 not making a big enough difference. However, level 73 is the sweet spot. I can stall out many of Wallace's Pokemon with little to no issue, and now it's time for the biggest threat, Gyarados. I can only watch as Gyarados sets up 3 Dragon Dances in the face of my sleeping Mantine. Can I live this monstrous +3 Hyper Beam, or will I need another attempt? Holding on with just 8 HP, Mantine wakes up and kills Gyarados with an Ice Beam. To answer the question at the beginning of the video, yes, you can beat Pokemon Emerald with only a single Mantine. While the footage for the Super Boss battle against Steven rolls on, I want to thank everyone for watching. If you like this style of video, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Don't be worried about these taking the place of any normal upload, as these videos are something I can get out there in a single day. So instead of taking away from my other uploads, these should instead add to that total. With the defeat of Steven, this run and video has now reached its conclusion. I'll see you all next time. Peace!